Welcome everyone back to my YouTube channel. I am Bud, of course, from Bud's Outfitters, and today we are doing the third episode of Baking out of Dylan Hollis' book, Baking Yesteryear. I love it. If you haven't seen the past two episodes, go watch them now because, it kind of makes more chronological sense then. Today, we are doing something that is one of Dylan's more famous videos, or I shouldn't say famous, but like one of those few recipes that he's done a full-length video on, and that is food for the gods. So, I can't believe we're here already, and this is actually only on like the third page of the 1900s. So, this is it. This is what we're going for, is this, I don't really know how to describe it. See, if you watch the past two episodes like a good little viewer, then you'll know the pecan dandies and the cornflake macaroons, and that's what I'm expecting today. So actually, today I'm doing like a mass video make, so like I'm making 4 videos in a day, so I'd in all the next 4 episodes you're gonna see this exact same shirt. But so this is the cornflake macaroon from last episode. And it has pretty much the same exact flavor as the pecan dandy. And from looking at the ingredients and how you make this thing, it's pretty much the exact same way as the cornflake macaroons and the dandies. So what I'm expecting is the cornflake or the dandy macaroon flavor, just with fruit instead of crunchy nuts or flakes. So, I'm super excited to do this recipe. I don't know why, I just am. But so, enough talking, let's get baking. Okay, everyone, let's begin now. So, let's grab our cookbook and cornflake macaroons. Here we are, food for the gods. So, prep time is 20 minutes, cook time is 40 minutes, and cool time is 20 minutes. So, all in all, this should take about a couple minutes. I'm bad at math, and I don't feel like doing that math right now. 80 minutes! Boom, I did the math. Let's go. Okay, the very first step is to preheat sorry, I'm having a stroke. Is to preheat our oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll bake, and then just take it all the way down to 325. Start. There we go. Very well. Okay. While that's preheating, we will line the bottom of a 9-inch springform pan or a pie pan. We're going to use a pie pan since I'm not that fancy. I don't have a springform pan. Anyway, we're going to take our pie pan and with a circle line parchment paper, lightly grease both sides of the parchment paper and the pan. Okay, so we need our pan and we need our parchment paper. Here's the problem though. Our parchment paper is kind of like this specialty cut stuff for our freeze-dried trays. Here, let me grab some. Here you go. See, like that. And see, I don't want to cut that, so we might just gamble and not do the parchment paper, just for the simple fact that we don't have parchment paper. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the pie pan, and then, we're going to get to mixing some stuff up and praying that this works. So, I skipped the parchment paper, as I said, because ours is the specially formed. So I just took some bacon grease and lined the inside. And you don't have to use bacon grease. Obviously, you could use butter. You could use olive oil. Any probably fat would probably work. Just something that gives us a little bit of a non-stick coating, so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan forever. Okay, so now for my least favorite part of any video, or well, at least of any baking recipe, is making the meringue. I don't know why, but I suck at making meringues. See, I've made a couple pavlovas in my day. I'm pretty sure you guys can see me. Anyway, I've made a couple pavlovas in my day, and they've gone pretty well. I made one with my grandma, shout out to Mama, and it turned out amazing, and I don't know what she did, what she taught me to do in that meringue, but that meringue, it was light, it was fluffy, it was delicious, and that pavlova, just like my past other two, were phenomenal. If you haven't made a pavlova, also, by the way, highly recommend, so delicious. Anyway, for the past 3 recipes, though, or the past 2 recipes, I should say, in this book, we've had to whip our eggs and pretty much make a meringue. And every last time I've done it, I have failed dismally. I think maybe the odds are in my favor a little more because last recipe, all my things were either cold and room temp, hot and room temp, everything was off. But I think I should be good now. So I'm using water glassed eggs. Also, you guys probably can't see that, but I'm using water glassed eggs. Which, if you don't know what water glassed eggs is, it's pretty much where you take water, you put the eggs in the water, and you put calcium lime in it, and pretty much it makes the eggs last for I think like a year. I'll put something up on the screen if I'm wrong, but so I'm using those. That me and my stepfather, we think that might be my problem. That's the only thing we can think of. Done everything else correct. But I mean, I did the cornflakes, and that meringue was kind of flat, and they turned out really good. So I'm gonna give it a shot. This has been my 3-minute rant about why I hate meringues, and now let's get to making the meringue. So first, I need to get a clean bowl and a clean whisk because I didn't clean the last stuff from my last recipe. Okay, so we have made the meringue, and it went a lot better than I thought it was going to. It fluffed up pretty well. It got all nice and foamy. So, yeah, actually, that worked out. So, amazing. Anyway, let's see here. Where are we at? Yes. Gently beat in the sugars, 2 tablespoons at a time until stiff and glossy. So, if I would have read ahead of time, I would have done this while I was over there. But pretty much what it's saying, we're going to take this mixture, we're going to pop it back onto the KitchenAid, and then a tablespoon at a time, or 2 tablespoons at a time, we're going to add our cup of sugar. So, yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I will get back with you guys. So we have beaten in the 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons at a time. It has deflated a good bit, it's gotten a little thicker, and it's gotten nice and glossy. So now what we will do is that we will fold in our crushed graham cracker crumbs. This is a half cup? Yes, a half cup of graham cracker crumbs, a half cup of any dried fruit. Actually, we should probably do this 1 ingredient at a time now that I'm thinking about it. But you don't have to use dried cherries. It actually calls for what did it call for? Dried apricots. It calls for apricots. We don't have apricots. But you can use really any dried fruit, dates, prunes, whatever. We're just using dried cherries because dried cherries are delicious. Anyway, now add in your dried cherries and fold in, and as we've learned the past 2 episodes, folding is literally just scooping up and pushing down. It's a nice, gentle way of, folding in all of your ingredients. Okay, so now that that's mixed in, now we're going to take the walnuts. That is also a half cup of chopped walnuts, and we're going to mix these in. Okay, now that everything is folded and mixed and all that good stuff, we're going to turn it into the pan, and we will smooth the top, bake for 35 to 40 minutes, and then the top should be golden color when done. So, with that, take our 9-inch and throw this in there. Come on, there we go. And it's not going to be very thick either, so it's going to look like it's not enough batter probably, but trust me, I think it is. Actually, don't trust me, but I've never made this recipe actually, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, or if this will be enough, or what's going to happen. Anyway, we're going to smoothen out the top, take it to all the edges, making it nice and even, as so. And boom. I'm actually really excited for this. This looks actually really good. So, anyway, yeah, pop it in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. And then, it looks like there's some more some more steps. So then I will let you know how that goes. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, and I will see y'all in a little bit. So, this is it. It kind of turned out to be more of like a granola. It's just a hot granola. It's delicious though. Yeah, it's amazing. It didn't really firm up as much as I thought it was going to. This is it in the pan. It's kind of a hot mess, but it is delicious. I love it. And my hunch was somewhat correct. It turned out to be the kind of taste of the dandies and the macaroons, just with this really nice sweetness from the fruit and a nice crunch from the nuts. So, yeah, that was food for the gods. I loved it. This was the third episode. Actually, right behind my camera, I have the fourth episode. Sorry, going right now. So, yeah, fourth episode's coming. And, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, and see y'all later.